Good morning. Wow, look at this crowd over here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've been looking forward to being with all of you here in person, and obviously those of you joining virtually. And you know why? Because this right here is the future of what hybrid world looks like. And I'm really excited to be here because we've got some cool stuff to show you. And we're going to do a few demos. Yes, we're going to bring back the art of doing demos. Over the past couple of years, the world changed. So many different ways. Think about it. We went from commuting to the office to commuting to the kitchen, living room, or whatever space we could find. We went from working from 8 to 5 to working all the time just because we could. We went from working with no interruptions to constant interruptions. And we also went from no video to, Javed, why is your video not on today? But we all adjusted, we adapted, and the industry adapted. I'm really proud of how fast we moved at Webex, how fast we innovated to adjust to the needs of our times. In fact, we released 1,200 plus new innovations. I counted them personally. We integrated technology from 5 different acquisitions. And we completed a first major rebrand. Our Net Promoter Score is at an all-time high. So I'm going to do something with the new Webex that's never been done before in the history of Enterprise Connect. I'm going to ask all of you to participate in this keynote using Slido, which is now a part of Webex. Yes, all of you get to share and engage in this conversation we're going to have about hybrid work. So we've got a Slido poll going. I want all of you to go to slido.com, enter the event code EC22, or you can scan the QR code. And by the way, no, we are not going to make you register. And my marketing team is not going to send you SMS messages after we are done, even though there's an API for that. And you can participate if you're here in the room or joining remotely. Wow, look at that word cloud. We've got some participation from lots of different places across the United States, including some friends from Seattle. I wonder who those people are. Isn't that cool? Slido makes it so easy to interact with people in real time. Slido is just one example of the many innovations we delivered to the market over the last couple of years. Now, I could spend the next few hours showing you all of those innovations, but that would be not very nice to the next speaker. So let's show you a video.
How do you elevate hybrid work?
Okay, Webex, start my meeting.
Looks noisy over there.
Can you hear me okay?
I can only hear you. Any questions? Let's take a poll.
Now, see what I mean? If you haven't tried the new Webex, you must. During the pandemic, I know we got used to many different platforms, but I know that the new Webex is going to blow you away. Give it a try. Now, I'd like to learn a little bit more about all of you as we go along. So let's see what you said in the second question we asked in the Slido poll. How are your tools adjusting to the new hybrid work era? And looks like some of you are doing OK, but more than half of you are struggling with the new hybrid work era. And you know what? I agree with many of you. At Cisco, we believe we are going to go through yet another massive transition. Hybrid work is very different from the way we worked the last 2 years. We know it's going to bring a lot of challenges because you're going to go from mostly remote employees to a mix of remote employees plus employees back in the office. So your meetings are going to look something like this. You've got 5 people in the conference room, and you can't really tell how they are reacting, or for that matter, are they even paying attention? And what happens when 2 of them stand up and start to whiteboard? If you're remote, how do you follow along? We've been working hard to solve these challenges because it would be a tragedy if we were to lose the productivity gains of the last 2 years. But for that, our tools and our workspaces needed to change. So I'm going to talk to you, for the rest of the time today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 things. Firstly, I'm going to talk to you about how we've completely reimagined our workspaces, wherever you work from. Secondly, I'm going to show you the new Webex suite purpose-built for flexible work styles. And finally, I'm going to show you how we are enabling you to create memorable connections with your customers. Let's start with hybrid workspaces. Now, we spent a lot of time working from home. We all know how that is like. Sometimes we join meetings from the bedroom, sometimes from the kitchen, and for some of us, fortunate enough, we had a dedicated office space. Now, for those of us using laptops at home, we created the Webex Desk camera and the Cisco headphones. With these, you get high-quality audio for your important calls and clear video for your meetings, and obviously noise cancellation to help you focus. But we also designed powerful Webex devices so you can use these at home, and they're designed to up-level your remote work experience. With the Webex Desk Mini, you can easily work from your kitchen table, and when it's time for dinner, you could move it around. Use it as a second screen for your video calls. No more crouching over your laptop. For the dedicated home office, we designed the Webex Desk, an all-in-one collaboration workstation. Go play with these at the booth. I guarantee you'll want to take one of these home with you. Now, what about those of us returning to the office? The office of the future looks very different than it did before. How do you still provide amazing work experiences for people when they don't have dedicated desks or workspaces? The best shared spaces need to do more than just give you a space to work. It must become your personal office and give you the same or better experience than it did when you were at home. What about ideation, innovating, creating the next big thing? We need spaces to let teams share their best ideas, whether they're there in person or remote. And finally, the conference room. They will need to change too, to ensure equal and inclusive experience for all participants. Now, the good news is that Webex has solutions for all of these. So I'd like to invite Snorre Kjesbu to join me to show you the office of the future. Snorre?
Hi, Javed. Thank you, Javed. Thanks for having me. And Javed said something important. The office of the future is now. And I can't think of a better way of doing that than doing some real live demos. So let's get straight to it. So, the key is to be able to work from anywhere. What if working from anywhere is not only taking your laptop with you, but also to bring with you the entire office and to bring with you who you are? We have hot desking, and with hot desking, you just authenticate yourself using a laptop with the Webex app or using your badge or something else, and then you can reserve a meeting, reserve a device for an hour or 2, and all of a sudden, you've taken a shared device and you made it personal. And all of a sudden, here are my meetings, and I can dial back in to our demo crew in Oslo. Let me call them. So, one button to push, and we got into Oslo. And here we have 2 people from Oslo, and you can see them in the traditional side-by-side view. A lot of us got used to a different layout now during the COVID period where Webex really democratized video. And there's a lot of unused screen real estate. So what we can do is that we can go and turn on what we call people focus, and you will see what happens. All of a sudden, And this is shipping now. This is in our products, and you can use it now. Let me say what happens if we add a lot more people, because this is actually designed to be able to be in all types of meetings. When you have a lot of people, when you have a mix of people that dial in separately, or meeting rooms, or whatever you have. And if we see here now, we have 4 people, then we'll add a meeting room as well. So here, this is the typical layout you see in the old way. Let me turn on people focus again and see what happens. Look at that. Isn't that a big improvement? That is helping on our meetings. The other thing we've done is that we've actually introduced translation into 108 different languages. And I thought I'll demonstrate that live to you. So let me go in and turn on translation. I'll pick a random language, so I'll take Norwegian. And I'll pass it over to Oslo there. Anne-Marie, could you say something in English and translate it? And that will translate into Norwegian, right?
Yes, of course. So as I start to speak, you will probably see the translation coming across, and it works really well, even when you have a speaker with a Scandinavian accent.
It's so great to have you as part of a demo again. So a big round of applause to the Oslo team. The other thing we have is our new Desk Pro. Let me just go over here and go back to the screen. We've done a poll amongst our customers. 85% say they want to use 2 or more meeting platforms. And together as an industry, we're working to solve that. As you can see up here, we have Webex, we have Microsoft Teams, we have Google, we have Zoom. And for the next demo, I thought, why not run this connecting through a Microsoft Teams meeting? And I'm dialing back into Oslo, and Oslo is joining again. We're looking into the same meeting room. And what we've had for a while is that we've had speaker track. We've had best view, but now we can also send multiple streams from one room. So if you can enable that, you see it as well. Also, when we run on a competing platform, you see that. So with that, thank you again, Oslo. I'll hand it back to you, Javed.
Thank you, Snorre. As you just saw, Webex has the industry's most complete set of solutions designed for hybrid work. But I'd like to show you one more incredible experience that we are launching later this summer. Now, you all know, it's worth the wait, trust me. You all know Apple and Cisco have a great technology partnership. And I'm pleased to announce that we are integrating Apple Airplay technology into Webex devices. Let's take a look.
Intelligent, versatile, powerful. Apple Airplay now works with Webex devices. With a touch, share work with the team. Extend or mirror the screen of your Mac, iPad, or iPhone wirelessly. And get more done at home. Or just relax to your favorite music. Simple sharing experiences you know on the devices you love. Apple Airplay now on Webex devices.
Now, isn't that cool? And guess what? My Office playlist just got so much better. Now, we've shown you how Webex can make working from home easier. We've shown you how working in the office can be more productive than ever before. But what about when you're on the go? Now, we all know work isn't where you go, it's what you do. So if you're in the coffee shop, at the airport, somewhere in the middle, how do people reach you? And that's easy, right? Everyone has one of these. Now, the problem is that this is my mobile phone, it's my phone number, and now everybody has it. So if I get a call from a number that I don't recognize, how do I know if it's a customer calling or it's a partner or a family member calling? Well, we've got a solution for that too. That is why we are excited to announce Webex Go. Now you can add your Webex business number as a second line to your mobile phone. I set my work contacts to use my business line, my friends and family to use the personal line. So when the phone rings, I know which line it's for. So I can choose to answer or maybe not. And this requires nothing to download, no separate app. It's built into the native dialer on the phone. This new feature that nobody else has, we're making available today in Webex Calling, our enterprise-grade cloud calling platform. And we also announced today a big milestone for Webex Calling. We now have 6 million subscribers and counting. How many times have you had to take a quick call from your car or your truck when you're on your way to pick up your kids? So let's take a look at what Ford is doing with Webex to make that better.
Ford and Webex have teamed up with the industry's first collaboration solution built natively into Ford Sync.
Just imagine having an F-150 Lightning with its desk, its 15-inch screen, and being able to conduct Webex meetings inside the vehicle.
While in motion, you'll be able to access all of your meetings hands-free with just your voice.
Start my meeting.
And we're looking to create experiences not just you can make a call or even just join a meeting, but it could be the best place to join a call or collaborate with people.
Once parked, you can enjoy the full Webex meeting and collaboration experience right from the comfort of your vehicle.
It's one of those things that we can add to the addendum.
So we're looking for solutions for secure and immersive collaboration. Ford is excited to be collaborating with Webex on next-generation experiences in our electric vehicles.
Ford and Webex, creating next-generation experiences.
Talk about a mobile workspace. I could use one of those. And yes, the video will only work when you're safely parked. So today we've shown you some incredible hardware experiences, but you cannot deliver these hardware experiences with incredible software powering these experiences. And that is why we built the Webex Suite. But before I tell you more about it, let's take a look at another question we asked you, which was, which one of the following business interactions have you participated in over the last year? It looks like the team meetings seem to be most popular. But as you can see, we also interact with each other in so many other different ways throughout our day. Right? Not all of these meetings, though, are created equal. They require different levels of preparation and management. And we must think of these business interactions differently, especially in the world of hybrid work. So a 10-person board meeting is very different from a 10-person team meeting. The stakes are much higher. You cannot have an uninvited guest stop by. My staff meeting is very different from my 5,000-person employee meeting. For some of my employees, where English is not their native language, I want everyone to feel included. How do I get real-time feedback? And then there are high-stakes events and conferences like this one, which require solutions for both in-person and virtual attendees. So the one tool you might have used for team meetings in 2020 may not work for all of these business interactions. That is why we've enhanced the Webex platform with new tools and capabilities to support every type of business interaction. And today we are announcing the availability of 3 new hybrid work experiences. Let's first start with whiteboarding. Now, we realized that the only way to deliver powerful whiteboarding capabilities was to build consistent whiteboarding experiences across hardware and software, whether you're in a meeting or not. Now, this has become even more important in the new hybrid world. So today, I'm pleased to announce our standalone whiteboarding application. Now you can collaborate with anyone from anywhere, whether you're in a meeting or not. So let's take a look at this application. I'm going to have Snorre come back out here and bring up a whiteboard that he and I were collaborating on earlier. Snorre is going to join from the Webex board, and I'm going to do the same from my iPad over here. We've obviously added a pencil support, so I can use pencil, and you can see it up on the screen. One of them's the iPad, the other's the board. And Snorre, I was looking at this backlog of hours for the whiteboard, and I really think that this voting feature needs to be moving a little faster. So please let your engineering team know that I made a small change here.
You have a tendency to always push us on features. I think I'll put it back on backlog, if that's OK.
I cannot get anything through the Oslo Teams, Snorre. Yeah. What about pictures, images? Can I add some images? It seems a little dry. So let me see. I'm going to maybe
take a picture of the audience.
Why don't we do that? Everybody say hi. And I'm going to use that photo. And like that did work. Cool.
So there it is. And I can move around and manipulate it. And as you can see, regardless of whether you're on the iPad or the board or you be on your...
So this application works outside the context of a meeting. You don't need a separate application. So thank you, Snorre, for helping me show that. I'm just going to move that feature back again. Now, we also know that some of you use other tools for whiteboarding. So we've also enhanced our integrations capabilities inside meetings and on our devices so that you can use tools like Miro and Mural. That's an application you're using. Now, what about events like this one? So today, I'm also excited to introduce Webex Events powered by the Socio platform. It's our end-to-end event management platform that supports in-person, virtual, and hybrid events up to 100,000 participants. Now, before the event, you can use Webex Events to handle things like registration, ticketing, sponsorship, and even badge printing. During the event, you get world-class broadcasting capabilities powered by the Webex platform, plus attendee engagement tools like interactive networking between your virtual and in-person attendees. And after the event, you can track metrics, attendee participation, lead generation, which, by the way, makes your CMO very, very happy about the money they spent. Now, we all love to attend events. And we also don't want to get left out of important meetings. But sometimes our schedules are just too packed. There aren't enough hours in the day. And if you have a global team like I do, it's very difficult to find a time sometimes that works for everybody. Now, you could try to use your favorite messaging tool, but these simply don't have the richness of video. So to solve these problems, we created Vidcast, our new video messaging tool that's available today. It's a quick and easy way to replace a meeting with a video message. I use it all the time to stay connected with my team because I get to record the video when it's convenient for me, and my audience gets to consume it when it's convenient for them. And they can even add comments and reactions and follow along. Now, one of these side effects of the new way of working these past 2 years has been stress and burnout. That is why we built Collaboration Insights to help you, the employee, have a view on how you're spending your time. How much time are you spending in meetings? How many meetings are you attending? Are you carving out enough focused time for yourself? These insights let you set personal preferences so you can take more control of your time. Now, all of the rich experiences I showed you will be delivered in one place, the Webex app. You can message, meet, call, whiteboard, broadcast, and much, much more. So how do you get all of this? And guess what? Many of you already have it. Everything I just talked about is included in the Webex Enterprise license. You don't have to buy these things separately. It is the most comprehensive suite available today. Now, we've shown you some amazing experiences for your employees, but what about your customer experiences? The same platform that powers the Webex suite also powers the Webex Contact Center. So to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite Lorrissa Horton, who runs Webex Calling and Webex Contact Center at Cisco. Lorrissa? See ya.
Thank you, Javed. I'm so happy that we have made it so much easier to get everything that we have to offer for the enterprise. But what most people don't realize is that these innovations aren't just for the knowledge workers. Everything from our collaboration tools, AI capabilities, analytics, and management are experiences and innovations that are used to also create memorable customer connections. This is what really sets Webex apart. UCaaS plus CCaaS, here, now. The technology serving millions of Webex users every day is part of the core foundation of our brand new Webex Cloud Contact Center. For example, when agents start to return to the office or continue to work from home, you can now leverage Webex Smart Audio to ensure that the customer only hears the agent voice and nothing else, none of the background. Our Smart Audio has already removed over 48 billion minutes of noise from interactions on our calls and meetings on Webex. Our contact center solution is also built on our Webex Cloud Calling, which, as Javed mentioned, is already powering 6 million cloud users. Today, we're pleased to announce that we've successfully integrated the capabilities of our acquisition of iMyMobile, now rebranded Webex Connect. This platform powered over 15 billion customer interactions last year and is powering 13 digital channels for our Webex contact center. Not only that, Webex Connect also gives you low-code, no-code customer journey orchestration to ensure that you can customize the experience for your customers in your business. This fall, we are bringing the power of our world-class video into Webex Connect, giving our customers access to our rich video capabilities so that their customers can interact with them over video. Our Webex Contact Center includes a brand new agent desktop experience. Its intuitive design allows our agents to seamlessly move between voice and digital customer interactions, as well as internal interactions for when they need help. Using the embedded Webex app, the same one we use in our UCaaS, agents can communicate with internal subject matter experts to provide faster, more personalized customer experiences. As you heard, we have built collaboration insights to really focus on the well-being of employees and understand who are they talking to, how often are they talking to people, how long are they online. We are leveraging the same technology for agent burnout. This AI is also being used for our customer insights to help agents better understand the customer history. And they can now empathize better, know how often has this customer called, how many issues have they had, what is the sentiment of that customer. Plus, our open platform means you can leverage not only our powerful AI, but also integrate with other third-party solutions like Google CC AI. All innovations across Webex help you connect with your customers better every single day. Again, our UCaaS and CCaaS all together. Back to you, Javed.
Thank you, Lorrissa, and it's great to have you back. UCaaS and CCaaS together today. Now, you've seen some amazing innovations, and I can promise you there's a lot more to come from Webex. We've been working for years on solving some of our toughest problems, whether you work from home or the office. But you know what? That wasn't enough. We wanted to put our technology to the ultimate test because we know how good it is. So what happens to your experiences when you're communicating with someone almost 300,000 miles away? Would our technology work? What better way to find out than test your tech from space? Let's find out.
This ship isn't made of communication. The engines aren't fueled by it either. But communication is the link that brings everything together.
Okay, Webex, call space.
As part of NASA's Artemis 1 mission, Webex will test video communication between Earth and deep space.
Hey, Mom.
Making what's up there seem not so far away.
Collaboration is in our DNA. Collaboration is what we do. It always has been. That is why we created the new Webex platform. What we care about is helping you and your customers succeed and thrive in this new hybrid world. With Webex, we got you covered. Thanks for joining us as we reimagine hybrid work.